What I'm going to explain here is the Product Lifecycle Management, the PLM, that is incorporated into clextra. It cuts across all industries and is a core to many of the functions that are available within clextra. So I will spend more time with the manufacturing sector, which is what this slide is about. But let me just quickly go over the slides which are applicable to other industries. We follow the same 9 level system, 9 stages of product lifecycle management. So let's look at the next slide, and you will be able to see that this is how we have set it up for manufacturing. So there are 9 stages for manufacturing. We'll come back to this. So if you look at agriculture, we follow the same 9 steps. So any agricultural process, whether it's over one crop or multiple crops over multiple years, we would follow the same thing. We have the same 9 stages for retail. If there was digital content, digital rights management and downloading of digital content, and if there was anything that we also treat that as physical or virtual inventory and handle it as such. So this is how that works. It still follows the same 9 stages. We do the same thing for services where required. So it's a service product, and how is that built, whether it could be ours or other assets, soft assets. Again, we'll get into more details subsequently. And the same method is used even if you're trading activity. We have these 9 stages. If you're a trader and you're just an importer, whether you're a bulk distributor or a retailer. So now let's go back to the manufacturing and use this as an example of how we go about doing this 9 stages. The stage 3, 4, and 5 in the middle are the key parts. The parts, the work in progress, and the finished goods. So all procurement comes into parts. So when you buy material and goods, it comes in as, so that becomes your component or unit SKU parts inventory has a level 3. So every inventory item is at a stage 3. It may go straight to 5 as a finished goods if it's being used as such. If it has a work in progress, such as assembly or there is some process or something, then it goes from stage 3 to stage 4, and from stage 4 then to 5 becomes finished goods. We have an interesting costing concept where if it is a process industry, there would be wastage, there would be 5 will become 1 unit, and so on and so forth. So there are all that costing is a variety of costing, and we use a pine model for inventory morph and value addition during those stages. So 3, 4, 5, we have a variety of options. That is the manufacturing, or within on premises in market as we would call it, is 3, 4, 5. One is the design or the capacity that you have for manufacturing. So if you can make 1,000 cars, or you can make 500 units a day, whatever it is, all the capacity numbers are in the design stage. And then the stage 2 is of that capacity. What is the plan, current plan, whether it's monthly, quarterly? We have a range of periodicities that can be maintained. So during that period, what is the plan? So that is stage 2 of your inventory. And going forward, 6 is the sales. So sales takes place, it could be to a retailer or distributor. Essentially, you've converted your cash from your finished goods to a sales or an outlet. It's moved away from manufacturing. So if you have 100 units sold, so that's what it is. From there, it goes to the next 3 stages, which is whether that item is in warranty, whether it goes into a post-warranty AMC, and then it goes out of AMC to be your installed base. If it's a product life cycle, you may want to have to get it back or recycle it and collect it back after maybe 3 years or 5 years or whatever. So you can maintain an inventory with a serial number right across a chain using these 9 stages. Each are different. They could be cost centers, they could be profit centers, they could be vendor managed inventory, it could be customer owned. So the ownership and financials are all linked to these 9 stages. So when in clextra we say inventory, so inventory essentially means by default 5 finished goods. So all inventory items, you have 10,000 items, by default they are finished goods at 5, but you have to specify whether it's a part which becomes an assembly through the WIP process or a contract process and becomes finished goods. So broadly, this is how the product lifecycle manufacturing works. And the same thing applies to other fields like agriculture. We would treat them the same way. So if you go back and look at some of the slides which were shown in early in this presentation and pause, you could see the way we treat any industry in these 9 stages of our product lifecycle management. We can give you more details as and when needed, but this gives you an overview of how we go about this process in clextra.